As you know, the Durand Line is a complex problem between Pakistan and Afghanistan, and it was in 2004 when an idea came to my mind to write a book on this very subject. International Court of Justice has given many decisions about similar cases, and Pakistani point of view is valid, the Afghan point of view is weak, but as Madam pointed out, rhetoric, political problem. And I have met also many Afghan scholars. They just rely on articles written in papers, in newspapers. Thank you, Dr. Jaswal Saab, Khalid Rehman Saab, Razia Sultana Sahiba, Ambassador Saab, and all other friends, colleagues, and scholars, and emerging scholars of international relations, peace and conflict studies. As you know, the Durand Line is a complex problem between Pakistan and Afghanistan, and it was in 2004 when an idea came to my mind to write a book on this very subject. It took around 20 years because finding historic document is not an easy task in Pakistan. And I traveled widely, right from Quetta to Gilgit-Baltistan, to find these documents. It also has included Afghan narrative because I have consulted also their writers, the book of Amir Abdur Rehman. And some people say that the agreement was signed under duress. This is not the case. 4 times Amir Abdur Rehman invited the British team to Afghanistan, first in 1882, but the British did not respond. Second time he again requested the British government. The British government appointed General Robert to go there, but Afghanistan did not wanted him because he has played a leading role in the Second Anglo-Afghan War. And Amir Abdur Rehman wanted to delay the practice. When General Robert went to London, again Amir Abdur Rehman wrote a letter, and he pointed out that Mortimer Durand should be sent to Kabul, not any other person. And when the agreement was signed, he was so happy with this treaty. Madam, please, this is a very important point. Amir Abdur Rehman gave 33,000 rupees to the team of Mortimer Durand. वो कहते हैं ले लो ये खर्चा भी ले लो. And he also gave gold medals to each and every member of the Mortimer Durand team. If I am not happy with the agreement, why I am giving cash and gold medals to the team? It means he was happy. The topic is very huge. If we want to continue talks on this topic, it will take long time. For that purpose, to brief, I will use slides. On the one side, we have Amir Abdur Rehman, on the other side is Mortimer Durand. A lot of confusion is also prevailing about the Mortimer Durand. Some people say that he died in Deir Ismail Khan. I was reading one article in a daily The News, and in that article it was written that when Mortimer Durand divided the Pashtun decided that we should kill him. And he was killed in Deir Ismail Khan. This is not the case. That event took place in 1871, and the father of Mortimer Durand died in Tank, and he was buried in Deir Ismail Khan. His name was Henry Durand. If a person died in 1871, how he is signing a treaty in 1893? Another point which has been put forward by Dopri, he is a big writer, and Hassan Kakar and many other writers. They say that only a small map was exchanged, very, very small map. And Amir Abdur Rehman did not understand what is it. This is totally wrong. these 5 big maps were exchanged. This is Wakhan up to Chatral. These are the original maps, and we have checked it with the British Library in London. It was agreed under the Durand Agreement that the border from Chandak, this is now in Kunal province, will be demarcated by Joint Commission. This map is about KP. This is the map reflecting the border from South Waziristan to Chaman. This map is from Chaman to the Iranian border. Kohe Malaxiya. This is the last point of the border. And this is the 5th and the last map. Most of the writers say that Amir Abdur Rehman did not sign the map. This is true. But Mortimer Durand also did not sign the map. He signed only one map, and that is this one. When their discussion was going in Kabul, Amir Abdur Rehman requested Mortimer, give me some area of Waziristan. Otherwise, I will be disgraced. Then Mortimer Durand agreed to give him this area of Waziristan. Amir Abdur Rehman requested him to sign this map, and this is the only map which has been signed. This area of Waziristan was given to Afghanistan under the Durand Agreement.
ये किस सूबे में है आजकल? पक्तिया में है?
ये पक्तिया में है. Another point is that this agreement was valid only for 1 century. This is totally wrong. If you look Article 2 and 3 of the Durand Treaty, it says Afghanistan will at no time interfere on this side of the border. No time. No 100 years, no 1000 years, no 4000 years. Another point is that Afghanistan said that just like Hong Kong, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa should be returned to Afghanistan after the lease of 100 years. Not only the Durand Treaty, but all the treaties signed between Afghanistan and British India, the word lease has not been used anywhere. This is just assumption. Kabul say we refuse to verify or renew the Durand Treaty as it expires in 1993. Another their point is that no Afghan government has accepted the validity of the Durand Line. We will look these questions from international law point of view. This slide is very important. Asmar area. This was part of Bajawad. The Khan of Bajawad, he was a ruler of Navagai. Navagai is a prominent place in Bajawad. He divided his state among his sons. To one he gave Khar, to other he gave Pashat, to the one he gave Asmar. The name of the Khan of Asmar was Hazrat Ali. He died and he was succeeded by his son, Shah Tamas. Shah Tamas was killed by his servant. And his son was a minor child of 5 years. But the daughter of Shah Tamas was engaged with the son of Amir Abdur Rehman. The Afghan troops came and occupied Asmar. Why? Because we have engaged a lady from this family. Afghanistan has promised under this treaty that they will not interfere in Swat, Bajawad and Chatral, including Arnawai or Bashgal Valley. Arnawai or Bashgal Valley, this is the old name of Nuristan province. The Durand Treaty says that this area will retain by Chatral. But after the treaty, Afghanistan occupied it in 1895, violating the Durand Treaty. Some people say that all the discussion were held in English, and Amir Abdul Rahman did not know English. Therefore, this treaty has no value. This is again wrong. All the discussion were held in Persian language because Mortimer Durand was well versed in that language. He even addressed Darbar, the function which was arranged to mark the signing of the treaty, ex tempo in Persian. The treaty, the discussions were held in English. A lot of writers, scholars, they said that this border has not been demarcated. In Pakistani scholars, Indian scholars, British scholars, American scholars, they say this border has not been demarcated. This is wrong. The border right from Chatral to the Iranian border was demarcated by 3 special commissions. One is Baloch-Afghan Boundary Commission. This gentleman, McMahon, he was Home Secretary of Balochistan at that time. He demarcated the border from South Waziristan to the Iranian border. And 2 agreements were signed. Maps were exchanged. Yes, McMahon line. And also the same person who, Sharif Hussain and McMahon correspondent. He has served as a political agent of Malaccan, Job, and the British ambassador to Egypt. This is the picture of that time when they are marching in Balochistan, when they are going to demarcate the border. The other commission, Waziristan Boundary Commission, Sardar Shirin Dil Khan from the Afghan side, Sir Richard Bruce from the British side. Sardar Shirin Dil Khan was very, very intelligent person. He was known as a Tug Sardar, Tug. And the British say that he is so intelligent, if he called a tree a plane, chinar, कि उसको दरख्त को अगर वो आड़ू का दरख्त करार दे, he can prove it. वो so intelligent था. और Amir Abdul Rahman said that whenever Sardar Shirin Dil Khan died, I will bring out his brain and give it to my other advisors to eat it so that they also become intelligent. He was so intelligent. This commission had to demarcate the border from the Waziristan border with Balochistan to Sikaram hilltop in Kuram. And then they signed treaty that is called Agreement of Kotke. This is the Afghan commander-in-chief of that time, Ghulam Haidar Khan. This gentleman demarcated the border in Chatral, Dir, and Bajawal. He was also a very top diplomat, and he misguided and he get many things. He pushed the border toward India or toward Bajawal, toward Dir. From the British side was the Sir Richard Odney. He was Commissioner, Peshawar Division. This is a prominent leader, a hero, Pathan hero, Umar Khan of Jandul. This gentleman was unhappy with this treaty. He asked British, why you give Asmar to Afghanistan? I am the immediate neighbor. I am entitled. Then he fought a war with the British and he went to Afghanistan. This picture is about the demarcation in Khyber. The border in Khyber Regency or Khyber was demarcated in 1919 after the Third Anglo-Afghan War. On the one side the British, on the other side, Afghan. Only this portion, the dotted portion of the border, has not been demarcated yet. This is 22-kilometer area in Mohman and 3 kilometer in Kuram. Current Pakistan has suffered too much due to the Durand Treaty. Afghanistan occupied one area of Chatral, that is Dokalam, near Arandu. But the British agreed and gave it to Afghanistan, and treaty was signed. It was the only treaty that has been registered with the League of Nations. And in that treaty, Afghanistan said that this is international border. These areas were given to Afghanistan under the Durand Treaty: Birmal, Lalpura of Waziristan, Marawara of Bajawad, Lalpura Maman, yes. The Bashgal Valley, Nusrat district, this was also area of Chatral. Afghanistan occupied it. Wakhan was given to Afghanistan under this treaty. The ruler of Wakhan was Ali Mardan Shah. He wanted to merge Wakhan in Chatral, but the British said, no, you are not allowed to do so. This area was given to Afghanistan, and he came to Gilgit, and the British gave them the control of 10 villages and some money annually. This is the map which was prepared after the demarcation of border in Chatral and Dir. This was the border in the Durand Treaty, but now it is here. This area was given by Sir Richard Udne to Afghanistan. In his report, he says that I have given this area to Afghanistan as a remarkably friendly concession. We in Pashto says कि दूसरों की सांड को खैरात में देना बड़ा आसान है. तो वो बरतानिया का कोई ज़मीन नहीं दे रहा था, वो दीर और चतराल की ज़मीनों को खैरात कर रहा था. तो ये खैरात में उन्होंने दी हैं. ये चतराल का रूलर था उस वक्त, शजाउल मल्क. He opposed the handing over of Chatral territory to Afghanistan. He wrote many letters to the British India, please don't give my area to Afghanistan, but the British were not ready to hear him. Pakistan is a successor of British India. Afghanistan say Pakistan is not the successor, but if we, under the Vienna Convention, under the partition plan, Pakistan is a successor state. International Court of Justice has given many decisions about similar cases, and Pakistani point of view is valid, the Afghan point of view is weak. But as Madam pointed out, rhetoric, political problem. And I have met also many Afghan scholars. They just rely on articles written in papers, in newspapers. The status of tribal areas, we call it Yagistan, the land of somebody else, and this created problem. The Peshawar High Court in 1968 decided that Fata, or tribal area, is not part of Pakistan. But according to this act of 1935, it's what part of British India. And this is, look at the Torkham border, the limit of Afghanistan and the limit of British Empire. The tribal people signed agreements when Pakistan came into being, and this is the agreement. This is the agreement which was signed by many tribes: Khyber, Muman, Kuram, Waziristan, South, North, Khyber, everyone. Uncertainty. Afghanistan is not ready to acknowledge the border, and this is the main cause of the tension between the two countries. Thank you all for listening.